right, let's go over branded map galleries. So I'm going to go to spaces and I'm going to pick a stadium. Now, a stadium is just an example. It could be your own business, right? You could have an airline, a hotel, a convention center, or any other business. The goal is to be able to learn about how we can start to be able to have customer acquisition and create these really cool galleries, right? Similar to how you give someone a playlist. You don't just give them every single song, you give them a very select set of songs to craft a mood. And that's what we're doing here with the map. So, for example, let's add other spaces that you would have affiliations with, or collaborations with, or brand partnerships with. So, let's say we can add a food place here. Then, let's say we can add a creative outlet here. And then, let's say we can add out a community tradition activity here, let's say. Okay, perfect. So now when the customer is entering your building or entering, being able to ask like, well, what's going on? What do we like to do around here? What we can do is we can say, well, yeah, sure. Let's look at this map, and then we can add these things to the itinerary. You add these places to your itinerary. You then share this with them. They QR code it. This goes to their device on our app. Then they can say, okay, now from their perspective, like the traveler's perspective, right, or the resident's perspective, we're thinking like, okay, well, what does this place look like? Or like, what is this around? Or like, what is that around, right? So then we can also navigate there as well. We can reprioritize things. We can see how far certain things are from us. And then we can start going. So now, from their perspective, they're going to be thinking about, well, what vibes are here, right? So in the 30 minutes that these exist, the goal is to be able to see contextually, just in that moment, what these things are like. And that'll give you an idea of like what it's like at that time of day and with that type of group. So extrapolate this beyond just one person, right? This is multiple people putting in these vibes all at one time. So let's say, for example, someone feels comforted at this traditional event. That's great. Okay. Then they cross the street. Then maybe they feel rushed coming on this side, right? And then they're feeling inspired when they ate at this restaurant. And then maybe they feel thrilled coming over here, right, to this other creative outlet. So the goal is to be able to track all these different vibes in real time and then provide them unique experiences, right? So you, with these brand partnerships, you would say, hey, exclusively with our brand, if you go here, we'll be able to have, or you'll be able to have this type of experience, right? And then not only that, we also have a gamification. We have points as well. So if you have airline points or hotel points, we can easily incorporate that because here in the view profile section, we have the XP here ready to say, hey, when you have interacted this much with the map, interacted this much with these activities, you can be incentivized in this format. And this is the format that we have, and we can always modify that based off of the format that you already existingly have. Okay. So that's what it's like to be able to create these custom brand maps. And the goal is for people to visit and say, hey, I love visiting this city and I love the way you show me how to visit this city, right? So that you have an authority in that space and you can give them an experience that they can't get anywhere else, right? Every time they go to your hotel, every time they go to your event space, you're able to guide them in a certain way that makes them want to keep coming back. And then you're able to change that over the seasons as they change, right? So, hey, this is rooftop bar season, or hey, this is like a really cool winter wonderland experience. So that's the goal, and that's how we're able to modify and create this curated art gallery for your business. Awesome.